Recent poultry meat that washed ashore from the wreckage of a container originating from Brazil and intended for the Cayman Islands has already been consumed by some locals, many of whom documented their experience.
I see them where so we get them out of the container, you know. See there? See them where. So this is for my Sunday dinner. So me I tie it out for season it up. I season, me I season it up, you know. So everybody have to them one and them no want it. Them can carry it, come give me. Best chicken, this a chicken even better than food chicken. A friend give me some yesterday and me I tell us I thought me I taste chicken so soft and nice.
In what many likened to manna this time, flotsam medical experts see a unique serving of salmonella and other gastrointestinal distress. Doctors also foresee a health crisis cooking.
The dangers we face is that there was temperature abuse. Chicken meat is to be kept frozen at minus 18 degrees Celsius or lower. And the fact that the container fell from the ship and was at sea for a day or two meant that the meat was exposed to temperatures which can cause the growth of harmful bacteria. And so foodborne illnesses like salmonellosis and Campylobacter is a possibility and can lead to severe gastroenteritis.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness has seasoned those concerns with a warning against consuming the chicken products that washed up along the shore of Hellshire, St. Catherine. It notes the products were not intended for trade nor distribution in Jamaica and have been exposed to the open sea, compromising their safety.
This chicken meat under the label of Purdy was not intended for sale in Jamaica. So an appeal to the public, do not purchase this chicken meat, do not eat it. Be very careful of the outlets you go to buy lunch and to buy broiler meat. Stick to the licensed outlets and be safe.
However, despite the charge for healthy eating and purchasing poultry meat only from certified distributors to prevent consumption, some remain opposed. On Thursday, when the container washed ashore, the opposition spokesman on health called on the Agriculture and Fisheries authorities to seize and dispose of the items. Some critics have questioned why the container was not seized at sea and its contents properly disposed of. Angela Melville, CVM News.
The People's National Party is urging the government to resist any consideration to call general elections beyond September. The call came at a divisional meeting in Manchester Southern on Sunday. With the details, here's Andre Jebinson.
Marlene Malahoo Fort, the Constitutional Affairs Minister, during a recent parliamentary committee attempted to clarify the widely held belief that general elections are due by September. The People's National Party, PNP, continues to view her statement as concerning for two reasons, according to Senator Peter Bunting, who is aiming to reclaim Manchester Southern for the PNP.
If you are so confident in your performance, you should be calling it, Andrew, calling it. But instead, you have Malahoo out there flying kite for dry sea. If you can't go past September, you can breach the Constitution, which you have shown a propensity to do already. If you can breach the Constitution and continue without facing the judgment of the voters of South Manchester and the rest of Jamaica, nothing can go so.
Dr. Dayton Campbell, the PNP General Secretary, compared the upcoming election to the snap election held in 2020.
4 years ago, in COVID, they called an election when the election was not due. When nobody was asking for an election, they called an election and they triggered community spread. Now that everybody asking for the election. They want to come now, to come tell us about December. Call the election now.
Traditionally, governing parties in Jamaica call elections early by the middle of the fourth year in office. 2020 was called 6 months early, 2016 11 months early, 2011 9 months early, 2007 only 2 months early. So, on average, 7 months early over the past 4 cycles. PNP members believe they can replicate their success from 2011. One significant issue they believe will influence voters is the government's handling of crime.
Andrew Holness is the Prime Minister that the most Jamaicans have died under his watch whilst he has been Prime Minister.
Recently, the PNP issued a statement praising the Commissioner of Police for a decline in murders in the first quarter of the year, but criticized the government for its reliance on states of emergency in the past.
If it is that when murders go down, the Prime Minister and the government must get credit for it, then when murders go up, it means that the Prime Minister and the government must get blamed for it. Andre
Jebinson, CVM News.
Over in St. James, 3 men suspected of involvement in Friday's fatal shooting on Hart Street were today shot and killed in a confrontation with the police. All 3 were unidentified up to news time. Sources, however, told CVM News one of the deceased is said to be a Spanish wanted hitman. Fresh out of the weekend where 7 people were shot on Hart Street in St. James, disrupting the period of peace in the space, the police have neutralized 3 of 5 men said to be suspects in that incident. The encounter Monday afternoon was not quite what the lawmen envisioned, according to the operations head in the St. James Police Division.
At 2:50 p.m. today, an operation was conducted in West Village 22 based on information that we received that men with guns were at this premises. Upon entry to this premises, the police officers were challenged by men armed with guns. A shootout ensued, and subsequent to that, 3 men received gunshot injuries and were taken to the Corner Regional Hospital, where they were pronounced dead on arrival.
The lawman says weapons were seized following the ordeal. He issued a charge to those who refused to comply and surrender.
2 firearms were recovered during the incident. It was our intention to take these men into custody. We were armed with our search warrant, but they had other ideas. And as such, we want to encourage men with guns, surrender your guns or surrender yourself to the police when they come take into custody.
Meanwhile, there was an assurance to the people of St. James, who he says have had enough of the crime producers.
And so far, we have been getting the support from all decent law-abiding citizens, and we want to encourage them to stand behind us because we intend, with our vested interest, all of us, to ensure that this parish remains safe and criminals will understand that there's no safe haven nowhere in St. James for them.
Meanwhile, over in Westmoreland, a police operation left 3 men dead, one of them a teenager. The early morning confrontation has again raised questions about youth involvement in crime and the circumstances that led to the deadly end. Well, Shante McNeil has the details.
A teenage boy, just 15 years old, is among 3 alleged gunmen fatally shot in what police say was a fierce gun battle in Grangeville, Westmoreland, early Monday morning. The teenager has been identified as Sheldon McCullough of Wharf Road in Smithfield. The other victims, 25-year-old Oreen Barron, otherwise known as Budup, from Paradise District. The third man remains unidentified. According to reports, around 4:45, police approached the 3-apartment boardhouse in Top Lincoln in search of wanted men when they came under heavy gunfire. Officers returned fire when the smoke cleared. 3 men were found dead. In the community, shock mixes with sorrow. One resident, Omar Samuels, says losing a youngster like Sheldon is deeply saddening.
Easy going youth, no problem at all. They do nothing, no trouble at all. Yeah, I think you're doing the good growing up, but you know sometimes they kids gonna get older. You know they start gravitate to a lot of things where, you know, I raise chicken and catch it to crab and something and then still, you know, they need a little money, so they can't afford to buy anything.
Many are still questioning why Makala, who was no longer attending school after a fallout with his high school, was at that location. Residents say he had been living with his relatives in Paradise while his mother remains overseas in the Cayman Islands. Police confirm Baron, the older victim, was Makala's brother-in-law. Makala's sister says Budup, who was out on bail for the 2024 murder of a woman in Paradise, was a good father to their child.
What do you mean about him? My jovial person in their own way. Good father. Very good father. But otherwise, for that, when night comes, we don't know what they do, right? So, none more fishing, but he was a good father, a loving and caring person, same way.
She admits his death, however, wasn't a surprise. What left her confused, though, was her younger brother's presence Monday morning. 2 illegal firearms, a Taurus G pistol, and a Browning along with several rounds of ammunition were recovered at the scene. Further investigations revealed the house where the shootout occurred belonged to Steve Smith, a man gunned down in January and buried just 1 day before the incident. The Independent Commission of Investigations indicated and the Morgans Bridge Police are probing the deadly encounter. Shante McNeil, CVM News.
Stay with us for more CVM News at 7 in a moment.
Keeping up with the kids' growth spurts might mean it's time for a bigger fridge. Don't worry, at Courts, we got you with up to 30% off appliances. Need to upgrade your home? Get up to 40% off furniture, electronics, mattresses, and so much more. Plus, shop today and pay later on 6 to 48 months credit with Courts Ready Finance. Whatever you need, we've got you. Only at Courts, bringing value home. Offer ends April 24, 2025.
Jamaica is on a transformative path, and the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation and its agencies are leading the way. MEGJC Matrix is back for Season 2, bringing you the latest on the projects shaping our nation's future. Big changes, bold moves. This is the Season 2 of the MEGJC Matrix, driving development, transforming lives.
In a world where innovation meets tradition, agriculture is evolving like never before. From the latest sustainable farming technologies to age-old practices passed down through generation, agriculture is
precious to me.
I love the animals. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I love working.
Join us right here on CVM TV every Sunday during news at 7 as we explore the people, the science, and the breakthroughs that are shaping the way we grow, eat, and live. You don't want to miss it. This is Farming Forward.
Welcome back. Now for some inspiration. A small act of mentorship has sparked a movement in Wakefield, Trelawney. The local police division has launched a homework club aimed at steering children away from crime and toward a brighter future. With the details, here's Shante McNeil.
They say the children are our future, and in Trelawney, that's not just a cliche, it's a call to action. The Wakefield Police Division is answering that call, launching a bold initiative to invest in the minds of tomorrow. On Saturday, the division officially launched the Wakefield Police Station Homework Club, a program designed to support the academic and personal development of children in the community. Led by Constables Nardia Mackenzie and Jerome Stevens, Stevens, the club started with just one student. Today, it's grown into a vibrant hub for 25 young learners, each receiving mentorship, academic guidance, and encouragement to dream bigger. Area 1 Commander ACP Glenford Miller says what started small has the power to grow nationwide.
This is a big thing where these same children can become the prime ministers of tomorrow if we nurture them the right way. And this same Homework Launch program can be a program that can take off right across Jamaica.
Miller is calling on government leaders and community stakeholders to come on board, emphasizing that projects like this can help mold stronger, more focused citizens, which in turn strengthens the nation.
I want the parents and the police and the community. We need to go back to a village, raise the children. That is where we need to go back, because I can tell you, the children are our future. And if we don't treat them as our future, there will be no future for us.
He also highlighted a harsh reality, the rising pattern of violence, much of it involving the nation's youth. A trend he says we can't afford to ignore.
When you look at crime, most young people are committing crime now. If we not curb the children them from now, the police have got problems later on. Then you as community members and parents and families have got a bigger problem, because they might get headache and we are called the police. And you're going to send them to the police from day one, for the police help to groom them in the right path. These are some things, young people, that we need to fix now.
The ACP believes that by pouring into youth now, we invest in a safer, stronger Jamaica tomorrow. Shante McNeil, CVM News.
Still with the children, young minds in Western Jamaica are being reintroduced to the world of science, technology, engineering, and math. This time through culture and creativity. The Manning School recently hosted a STEM Day with a unique twist designed to show how Jamaican traditions can coexist with modern technology. Courtney Lewis reports.
The implementation of science, technology, engineering, and math, or STEM, is fast expanding in the West. The Manning School recently embraced its power with the observance of STEM Day, aimed at changing the way young people view technology. This year's staging featured a twist to include an expo with artifacts displayed to students on how technology and Jamaican cultural tradition work hand in hand. Region 4 Director at the Ministry of Education, Dr. Michelle Pinnock, says the focus is on engineering design and how technology can aid in problem solving and cultural innovation.
What I like about the exhibitions is that when you go and you speak with them, they're really there to show the children how it is that they can now become STEM innovators. So we're talking about our goblets, we're talking about our chimney, we're talking about all the different things, and showing persons now how it is that as a country we would have evolved.
Dr. Pinnock says the event, which is the second of its kind, aligns with the ministry's plan to adapt to global technology evolution.
What we're doing is in a very informal yet formal way, introducing our young persons to STEM, getting them, encouraging them to recognize that in our everyday life, we're going to be very successful. We have to be thinking critically, we have to be creative, and we have to look to see how it is that we can integrate the science, the technology, the engineering, and of course, the mathematics.
The school STEM coordinator noted the take-up was great and applauded sponsors' participation. The principal also welcomed the initiative, as he believes this will boost student engagement and redirect more positive thinkings.
Those students who love to see hands-on things that are happening, they will be involved. Those students who think that they can create things behind the scene, they are involved. Not to mention that myself and some other students, even the guest speaker that spoke this afternoon, said that in their involvement in activities such as this would have led them to be in the STEM field today.
But he wasn't alone. At least one stakeholder believes heightened awareness will encourage greater STEM adoption.
is really to bring awareness to them, because STEM has always been a part of everything that we do. It's deep in our culture. So it's really bringing awareness to them and for them to embrace them and explore the careers that are available within STEM.
Courtney Lewis for CVM News.
Fire engulfed a building on South Road in Kingston earlier today, leaving several families without a roof over their heads. Among those rescued was an elderly man. Now with the details, here's Adrian Williams.
South Road off Lyndhurst Road in Kingston was the scene of a fire, which sent the fire crew and the residents scampering in different directions after fire engulfed houses on this premises. An elderly man narrowly missed his demise as he was rescued by locals. We spoke with residents who told us how it unfolded.
Jump over the fence and go over there, go there, fence the fire, go in for the man. So go in the room and lift him up, he can't walk. Outside them damage, lift him over the fence, crime cross. So they never go in with a roast and burn up.
The elderly man, Antonio Bedwood, who is crippled, was unable to help himself out on his own and gives thanks for the residents who came to his rescue.
Here somebody about fire. Me didn't pick up the boys. When you smell them, so hold on the fire. And then me see smoke come through, so hold on the fire for through. The house open, so I come out and I come by the back fence and this man pull me at the back fence and carry me up.
Next year also.
Bedwood is appealing for help.
Anybody can help me now. Help me can come from any section, any way, any version, any...
This occupant was too late to salvage anything from his section of the premises.
When we come and say the whole place under fire already. We couldn't even face the place.
The locals complained about the lengthy time it took for the first fire unit to respond, saying this could have been avoided. One resident saying it took 3 hours for them to arrive. Calls to the fire brigade for a report or comment were unsuccessful. Adrian Williams reporting for CVM News.
We take a break. The business segment is next after this.
You ever get bun yet? Me not talk about heartbreak. Me talk about the bun with full of spice, raisins and the perfect glaze.
Bun for bun.
So you do it now.
You have to get bun.
This Easter, you have to get bun from Mother's Bakery.
People, we now waste no time.
I am super excited to be on for another season to show you the whole road.
Listen, new adventures. Slim get fluffy. Let's go. We're not going out, you know. Things are only getting hotter and hotter this season.
Click, pow, that must tell you something.
There's a great story happening just in our backyard. We are on the Holy Road again.
10, 9, 8, 7. CVM TV in association with Express Fitness and Exodus Carnival presents Fit for Fet, the ultimate workout series to get your body ready for the road. Tune in 5 a.m. every morning, Mondays to Fridays, starting April 7th to get involved in high-impact workouts by some of the best in the game. Bring your mats, bring your water, and let's get fit for the fit with Express Fitness and Exodus Carnival, powered by CVM TV.
Welcome back. Now to the business report with our feature. With statistics showing approximately 70% increase in revenue growth for businesses adopting digital transformation, it's no wonder Incomex Jamaica Limited saw it fit to have their expo centered around major players in the technology industry. But how can small businesses benefit from these offerings? Adrian Williams shares the answer in this Small Biz, Big Dreams.
For Small Biz Big Dreams today, we're at the Income Expo 2025 25th anniversary, and they have major brands here in technology showcasing what they have to offer. But they are not small businesses, but how can they impact small businesses? Let's find out.
So when we started, and even now, a lot of our customers are small to the point where they don't have an office, they work out of the trunk of their car. And they'll come to us and they'll buy some product from us. We'll give them a little credit, and they're all working out with their cell phone and with the trunk of their car. And to me, that's a foundation. I've seen so many customers start off like that and grow their business into something that is hugely successful. So that's what makes me exciting.
So what we are in a nutshell is an IT association that provides access, influence and empowerment through technology. And for small businesses, whether you're looking for IT vendors, IT mentorship, we are the place that you should go to. So you mentioned about how MSMEs can empower themselves. This is it. Number one, ensure that you are certified. We see a lot of hackings and things happening. Once you become a member, we offer cybersecurity training free of cost, and it's certified with a certificate from Fortinet, as we're Fortinet Education Program partners.
In addition, the Alliance, formerly the Jamaica Computer Society, has partnered with Canadian enterprise Nobelum, seeking to assist female-led businesses.
We even have a program currently, so once you're a woman-led organization sponsored by Development Bank of Jamaica, Catalyst for Entrepreneurship and Innovation, you can apply to try and access over 10 million in funding and investors. So I'm thinking, if you're an MSME, why not become a member? You have nothing to lose.
How important is it, you think, for small businesses to get on board with technology?
I think that is so important. We live in a digital age and the tech is moving so much faster, and you don't want to get left behind. Trust me when I tell you, it's moving at the speed of light, but at least when you sign up, you see a newsletter, you see something, at least you can say, oh, I can reach out to that person, and we'll guide you along that process. So even if you're not a hardcore tech, you think you don't know as much, I'm here to tell you, if you can operate WhatsApp or TikTok and have an IG, you're using technology. I'd say can reach out to us on our website www.jtda.org. You can check us on social media, Jamaica Technology and Digital Alliance for LinkedIn, VJTDA on IG. Check us out. You have nothing to lose. It's all about empowering you so you can grow your business.
If you're just joining us and looking to grow your technology business or growing your business with technology, you will want to catch this episode on our YouTube channel at CVM TV News or on X, formerly Twitter, at CVM TV. I am Adrian Williams, and this was a Small Biz Big Dreams. Dream big.
Well, we take a break. Stay with us.
See saucy wings tossed in savory mango habanero or buffalo sauce. KFC, it's finger looking good. The time by KFC is 7:30.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Are you living on or in possession of family land? Do you want to sell or subdivide the property? Use eLand Jamaica to search for details on the property. You can complete a title search and verify the owner before you sell the property. If your name does not appear on the title, register the land or clarify Verify the existing title in your name before you sell. A title is a notice to the world of your ownership of land. For more information, contact the National Land Agency at 876-750-5263 or 876-946-5263. The National Land Agency, one agency, one goal to serve you better.
Thanks so much for staying with us, and you came just in time because we have Jordan on hand to tell us what's to come in sports. Hi, Jordan.
Hi, Nika. Well, you know, Grand Slam track, the inaugural meet in the inaugural staging of the series, is now history. Of course, it took place right here in Kingston at the National Stadium. So what did organizers think of the meet, and will it come back to Kingston? We'll have more in sports. And of course, the JPL is on. No Monday match night tonight, so we'll have to tell our viewers that. But we'll be giving you the results of the Jamaica Premier League still.
All right. Well, we thank you, Jordan, and we look forward to sports. But we are going over now to highlights on social media.
So, what's trending in our local social media spaces? Social media videos show people taking boxes from a shipping container that was washed up on Jamaica shores, with some appearing to contain whole raw chickens. Since then, the government has warned the public about consumption of the meat. Here are some of your reactions. At It's Just Rent shares, "I know poor people poor. Jamaican people just love freeness. That also goes for the rich man with the house on the hill." At In Demo Sid says, "People are really hungry. You won't blame them." At Javion asks, "Why are we assuming all the people who collected the Perdix chicken from the container are poor people who have no choice?" At Secrets Amy writes, "Hello, how can I get the empty container? I want to start a small business." At Kiwi World adds, "Were the authorities not alerted that the container fell off the ship before it was washed ashore? Couldn't it have been intercepted or guarded to prevent this? I thought we had an active Coast Guard." At the Bench Squad JM comments, "Nah buy no pan chicken for at least a month." At Drezu posts, "If nor be poverty, why will you go take something you don't know the source?" And that's what's trending online today. Continue to share your thoughts with us on X at CVM TV and CVM Television on Facebook. I'm Courtney Lewis.
Let's have a look now at what's happening in regional and international news. We begin with news in the region. In Guyana, a vehicle owned by Victor Singh, the personal barber of prominent businessmen Azruddin and Nazar Mohammed, was destroyed in a deliberate act of arson in the early hours of Sunday morning. The motive behind the attack is still unclear. Here's HGP TV News.
A very tragic incident occurred around 3 p.m., 3:30 thereabout this morning, where this vehicle, which I understand belongs to the barber of businessman Azruddin Mohammed, was destroyed by arsonists. Someone pulled up in a heavily tinted vehicle and set the man's car on fire and damaged another vehicle that was parked not very far from the businessman's car.
In Trinidad and Tobago, opposition leader Kamla Persad-Bissessar is refuting allegations leveled against her party by the Prime Minister Saturday regarding their alleged use of artificial intelligence to spread propaganda. Here's Trinidad and Tobago News.
Persad-Bissessar in a statement says, quote, "Let me be clear, that clip is fake and speaks to the PNM campaign in Tobago. Quote, they are trying to tie Farley to the UNC so they can use the racist Calcutta ship strategy that they have used for years," end quote. She then urged the public not to forget that it is the PNM that has a well-documented history of putting social media influencers on government payroll, and who have always relied on handouts and bribes to manipulate the population, and now is pushing fake AI-generated content. Drawing a parallel to the Emailgate scandal, Basad Bissessa said the PNM continues to rely on lies and deceit, accusing them of using the same playbook of racism, fear and hate every election cycle.
In international news, U.S. President Donald Trump says he will impose additional tariffs on China from Tuesday if Beijing does not withdraw its 34% retaliatory tariffs on the U.S. More from the BBC.
A couple of days' time, that's when the main tariffs are imposed around the world. There it is, the statement on Truth Social, and within that you can see 2/3 of the way down that threat of a further 50% tariff on China. Originally, of course, we had 34% imposed last Wednesday, the Chinese responding with a 34% tariff of their own, and now this further threat. And of course, that is what so many analysts had feared, that the tit-for-tat tariffs just keep escalating, and that apparently is what we're seeing playing out. So that line just being reported, that post just happening in the last few minutes, with Donald Trump threatening a further 50% tariff on China from Wednesday.
That's it for regional and international news. We take a break, but there's more in just a moment.
Ben?
Yes, miss.
I need you to go to the Transport Authority for me today to renew all the motor vehicle road licenses. I can't afford for you to spend all day at the Transport Authority. I have a lot of errands for you to run for me today.
Miss, you don't hear them say I can renew online any day, anytime, easy.
No, but that sounds good. What do I need to do?
You can always log on to ta.org.jm.
Oh, that means we have a lot more time for you to run other errands.
Boy, miss.
Let me check it out. Easy as 1, 2, 3.
We are back for season 2 of Corner Office. We are highlighting small businesses, hard-working Jamaicans who are doing their own thing in their own spaces. People who are in their role, bossing up their role.
Let's go!
Let's get it! It's not if you own the company or not, it's how you